Hi, and welcome back to Deep Six Wrestling. I'm your host, Just Pat, and this is the official Deep Six post-show recap of nights 2, 3, and 4 for the G1 Climax 29. Kind of want to just hold off on doing a post-show since we had 3 back-to-back shows, and they're all very early in the morning, so figured, just hold off, do them all together, save time, and just a more complete package in terms of content. So the night 4 just finished up, like within the last 5 minutes of me starting this video, so pretty fresh in my mind. We'll get started here pretty quickly. If you're new to the channel, just hit that subscribe button to Deep Six Wrestling. We really appreciate it. Be sure to like this video and check out the rest of the playlist for our G1 Climax coverage. We're covering the whole tournament here, and then be sure to follow us on Twitter at Deep Six Wrestling. That'll be right below me in the video, and then also down in the description below. Personally, I'm live tweeting every G1 event as it goes on, so if you want to stay up to date and want to interact with us over there, definitely be sure to go follow us over on Twitter. So without further ado, let's get right into things here and start off with the G1 Climax 29. So, kicking things off with night 2. There was like a week-long break here between nights 1 and 2. Night 1 kicked off in Dallas, and then it went back to Japan, starting with night number 2. And again, for the sake of the video, I don't really think anybody cares about the undercard matches, so we're just going to kind of go in through the actual tournament matches. So it was B block for night 2, and we had it was a pretty good show, honestly. I think, I don't know which night so far I would say is the best. It was definitely probably between 2 and 3 for me personally. I think night 4 is probably the weakest night we've had so far. It was fine, but nights 2 and 3 are definitely the strongest we've gotten so far, in my opinion. And yeah, so we had Shingo Takagi versus Juice Robinson, and personally, I had Shingo picking up the win here, and kind of shockingly, at least to me, we had Juice Robinson pick up the win, and that kind of started off my night for not really a great run here. But match was really good. Juice and Shingo are two very, very talented individuals, and they delivered. Their match was actually a really good start for the night. We also had Moxley versus Tai Chi, and yeah, this was kind of unexpected. It kind of just was like a big, quick brawl between the two of them. It's pretty good for like a brawl match. Felt pretty different from what we were getting in terms of actual wrestling content for the G1 itself. So, it felt pretty welcome here. Tomohiro Ishii versus Geoff Cobb was easily the match of the night for night number 2, and potentially the best match of the tournament so far. We'll get to that, but at least it does. Up to this point, I would say Ishii versus Cobb was match of the tournament. There's just outstanding work from both guys. It was really hard hitting. It was a great hoss fight. They just brought it. It felt like a big fight. Definitely, if you haven't seen this match, go out of your way to see it. It's definitely going to make my 5 matches to watch series this Thursday, but just some really incredible stuff from both Ishii and Geoff Cobb, who, again, like I said in my predictions video for the whole tournament, I said I don't think Geoff Cobb's going to have the best tournament, but I think he's going to be very impressive throughout, and this match kind of reiterates that point. So, great work to both guys, and definitely check out this match. Then we also had Tetsuya Naito versus Toreano, and this match, I didn't expect Toreano to get his big win this early. I predicted that his first big win was going to come over Jon Moxley later in the tournament, and I got this one wrong. Toreano beats Tetsuya Naito, and I think they said it was like the second time he's ever beat Naito, and the other time he beat him, Naito ended up winning the G1. So, hopefully we get that, because I predicted Naito to win the whole thing. So, yeah. This was a really short, quick comedy match with Yano just kind of cheating here, but it was fun. Yano's really probably one of the best comedy wrestlers today, and it didn't like overstay its welcome. So it's nice. It's not a match you need to go see. Like, you don't have to go out of your way to watch this, but it was nice for what it was, and it's. I really hope Naito wins this tournament, because I'm gonna be pretty upset if I get that wrong for predictions. But yeah, And then the main event for the show was Hiroki Goto versus Jay White, and this match kind of started off a little slow, but it really kicked off and like it went into overdrive as it like within like probably after like 5 minutes, and this was another really great match here. So with like the combination of like Shingo Juice, Ishii, Cobb, even Tai Chi, Moxley, and then Jay and Goto here, you had a really stacked card, and then a fun comedy match in Naito Yano as well. But Jay and Goto had a really great match. Not as good as Cobb and Ishii in my opinion, but still really fun. Really just it was really good. Goto's been, I don't know the last time Goto had like a singles match before this, but him and White had great chemistry here, and Goto picked up the win, which was cool because I kind of had that happening. So for night 2, I finish with how many? I think I got 2. Yeah, night 2 wasn't very good for me, right? No, 3. I had 3. Night 2, I had 3. I went 3 and 2 for predictions on night 2. So not terrible. I'll take it. Moving on to night 3, we have just another really solid card here. I really don't think you can hate on any of this. We had Bad Luck Fale versus Lance Archer, and what is easily going to be the most surprising match of the tournament. I don't think anybody going into this expected this to be like a good match. Probably everybody kind of just expected this to be like a quick, like just like brawl with like either a no finish or like a DQ. But these guys really delivered. These guys had great chemistry here. Fale seemed to like really be into this, which is cool because when Fale actually cares, he can have good matches. And Lance Archer is, I feel like he's gonna, by the end of this tournament, everybody's gonna be a Lance Archer fan because his performance against Will Ospreay was great. He's doing good in the undercard tag matches. He's giving fun promos, and then he's having like really just good performances in these singles matches, and that's awesome. Good for Lance Archer. I think he's an underrated big guy, and it's cool to see him getting a nice push right now. He won both of his both of his first matches in the G1 so far, beating Ospreay and then beating Fale here. This is another really good hoss fight. Very different from Geoff Cobb and Tomohiro Ishii, but definitely if you want just something that is like kind of just different and just like different from the New Japan type of stuff, definitely check out Fale versus Archer, because again, it was kind of just surprising to see this ever like happen the way it did. We also got Okada versus Sabre Jr. I had Sabre winning here. Sabre lost. He also took a really scary tombstone here and sold it kind of weird. His like arms were flailing, and it looked like they might have botched it, and he might have been like hurt, but he ended up being fine. But that was kind of a scary spot here. Match for itself was really good. Again, I saw Sabre winning here, and then going on to face Okada at Royal Quest for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. But I mean, I guess that can still happen, but time will tell. But yeah, as a whole, this was really solid. These two have really good chemistry. Their match last year, I want to say at Dominion, was really good. I'm sold on Sabre. I'm not one of his biggest fans, but he's one of my favorites in New Japan. And so seeing him get these big matches is always good. And he's always given great performances in the G1, so, can't hate him on that. We also got Will Ospreay versus Sonata. And yeah, Sonata's having some really good matches here. He had versus Sabre Jr. on night 1 was my match of the night for that show. And then him versus Will Ospreay here was another really good match. Not my match of the night, but really great work from both guys here. Sadly, apparently Will Ospreay got injured in this match, a neck injury. And they announced, I want to say right after Extreme Rules finished, that Will Ospreay wasn't going to be on today's show in the undercard match, which, that really sucks. Best wishes to Will Ospreay. Hope he recovers soon. Hope the injury's not too serious. But as for somebody who had Will Ospreay going pretty far in this tournament, I don't really know how this is going to play into it. I hope he's not that injured where they have to pull him from the tournament, because that would kind of suck. But this match was really good, even despite Will apparently getting injured. I did have Sonata winning here, and Sonata did not win here. Ospreay actually picked up his first points in the G1, and potentially his last points if he does get pulled. Time will tell, but again, really solid work from both guys here. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And then we had Kota Ibushi versus Evil, and Yeah, this was kind of shocking to me. Evil lost his first match against Bad Luck Fale, and Evil was somebody who I didn't really have doing very well in this tournament. And then he goes out and beats Kota Ibushi, who is somebody who I had having a very good tournament. So Ibushi still hasn't won a match following this, and he's also dealing with a foot injury. Yeah, this G1's already off to a hot start for injuries, which is always just a great thing. But yeah, these guys for Kota Ibushi, who's wrestling with a foot injury, he's still very mobile and very athletically gifted here. He was doing like one-footed moonsaults and stuff. So good for Kota Ibushi that he's like confident in his abilities here and is still delivering at like the highest level possible. And for what it's worth, these guys did have a really solid match here. Again, still not my match of the night, but definitely some really good stuff here. And Ibushi wasn't taking that many dangerous bumps to like the back of his neck or his head, so that always gets a plus for me because I hate seeing him do that. And then on to the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenta. And Kenta versus Ibushi on night one wasn't my favorite match. I thought it was kind of lackluster from what I was expecting them to deliver. But this match delivered just incredibly. I thought this was easily match of the night. Kenta finally, after, night one and then night two on the undercard, he finally comes in here and looks like the Kenta everybody wanted. He had a new aggression to him. He came off as being smug and just like ruthless at points. So big fan of that. And Tanahashi, again, somebody who I personally, I didn't think Tanahashi should be in the G1 this year. I thought he was too injured, and I didn't really want to see him because I thought, he's going to be too immobile, and guys are going to have to work around that. But, they really worked around that here pretty well. Tanahashi came off looking like pretty good. Like, he's still not 100% clearly, and is not in the prime of his career by any means, but just the level of work that they got here was really, really solid. And, I was really glad to see Kenta pick up the win here. Spoiler alert. So pretty happy about that because, again, I had Kenta winning here. And, it was kind of surreal just seeing Kenta and Tanahashi in a ring together, and then to see Kenta beat Tanahashi. That was just one of those moments that, like, I feel like a lot of people aren't going to forget for a while. So, that's really cool to see in the G1. And so, yeah, night three, I'd probably say night three is the best night so far. Just, like, re-looking at these matches and talking about them, I'm going to go with 100%. Night three of the G1 so far has been the superior night by a decent margin. There was not a bad match here, and really there wasn't even an okay match. Every match was, like, good to great. So definitely, if you haven't checked out any of the G1 yet, and you're just looking for kind of perusing, night three is stacked. So I'd probably say watch every match on night three, to be honest, because they all deliver really, really well. So yeah, that's night three, and on to night four. Right, so night four opened up with Shingo Takagi versus Toreano. And like I said, this show just kind of finished ending right before I recorded this video, so this match was kind of, it was a good match. It's better than Naito versus Yano. It wasn't just a straight up comedy match here. Not really too much to say here. Shingo picks up his first win. I had that predicted, so happy about that. And he picks up his first 2 points. Then we got Hiroki Goto versus Juice Robinson, and this match was actually really good. I thought Goto really is delivering in both of his first round matches, or not first round, I keep saying that, first 2 matches of the tournament so far, and same with Juice. And honestly, good for Juice, because Juice is great. I don't really know where Hiroki Goto goes after the G1 Climax, but Juice will definitely probably go back into title contention. I'd probably say either for the US title or maybe for the Never Openweight belt. I wouldn't mind either of those. But yeah, this was really good. This is enjoyable stuff here. It's still kind of weird getting used to Juice with short hair, and he has like this new attire. I've seen people calling it the Fundertaker, which, I mean, I can totally see that. It kind of looks like a colorful Undertaker outfit, which is cool. Again, Juice's personality is great, and his attires are always fun. So yeah, can't really hate that. But yeah, Juice and Goto, good match here. Not match of the night, but it was good stuff. Then we also got Jeff Cobb versus John Moxley, and this is probably one of the weaker matches or worst matches of the G1. I'd say probably the worst one is Evil versus Bad Luck Fale from night one. I don't really see any redeeming qualities in that match, and Moxley versus Cobb, just like, I think everybody kind of went into this expecting like a really good match, but these guys didn't really have good chemistry. Neither of them really came off as caring about the match, and it was just a really quick, short thing. Moxley won really unceremoniously with like a rope hung DDT, like an Orton one, and the announce team kind of just was like, I guess as a Death Rider, and he picked up the win. And yeah, if you're gonna skip a match for night 4, definitely skip Moxley versus Cobb. There's no real reason to watch this. I like it. It's just a match. And then we had my match of the night by a large margin, Jay White versus Tomohiro Ishii. This was absolutely goddamn incredible. This match was crazy. I had Jay White winning this, and I'm not really even upset that like he lost here. Like, Tomohiro Ishii is great. Both guys are great here. They did an incredible job selling for each other. There was a bunch of throat chops from Ishii to Jay White early on that looked just brutal to take. And just the whole like last 5 minutes of this match made it worth it alone. Really, I could see any guy winning here. Like, they kept trading like pinfalls, and I kept like it was so well executed, like perfection. This is probably the best match of the tournament so far. Again, I know I like said earlier that Ishii versus Cobb might be. Just like thinking about this again, definitely White versus Ishii is definitely my match of the tournament so far. So just props to both guys here. I can't say that enough. Jay White, I love. I think he's going to be a huge star. He's so young, so much ahead of him, and I really do hope that Tomohiro Ishii gets the world title at some point, because I think he does deserve it, even if it's like just as like a transitional champion or like a really short reign. I really think he deserves it. So again, watch this match. Like, that's all I can really say here is this match was great. I probably matched the weekend so far, or not so far. Weekend's over. Just watch this match. Like that's as simple as it can be. And then main event was Tetsuya Naito versus Tai Chi, and I tweeted out on Twitter that like I don't really think any match was gonna follow Jay and Ishii, and this didn't. It was really good. This was easily like the second best match of the night. But yeah, I was also again. It was really cool. Like I had Tai Chi winning here, which I see now that I have written down as a Tai Chi win, and I tweeted out that I got that wrong, but I guess I thought I had Naito, but apparently I wrote Tai Chi. So I'm kind of just figuring this out now as I see this. But yeah, I'll take that. Okay. Yeah, this was a really good match. Again, not like the best match, but they had some really fun moments here. The whole iron fingered glove coming into play and teasing that throughout the match. Kanemaru and Miho Abe at ringside, and just like the whole story of Naito and Tai Chi's rivalry coming to a head here was really nice. And I believe it was in Tai Chi's hometown, so cool to see him get a win here. Again, really good match, and it was cool to see Tai Chi win, like I said. And again, I'm still kind of shocked that I got that right, because I, honest to God, thought I had Tetsuya Naito chosen to win here. But again, I have my sheet here of predictions, and as you can see, I do have Tai Chi listed right here for picking up a win, so I'll take it. So yeah, kind of just another really good show. Definitely probably the weakest night so far, but overall still a really good show. Again, pretty much bolstered by the two main events here, or like the semi-main and the main. But yeah, G1 is off to a really hot start this year. You had nights 1 through 3 were absolutely excellent shows from top to bottom, and then night 4 was a good show with the best match of the tournament so far. So definitely, if you're not watching, I'd suggest you watch. Again, if you're new to New Japan, this is a really good time to get into it. You don't really need to follow too many stories here. It's kind of just a tournament, so that helps. Obviously, there's overarching stories, but as a whole, I feel like it's more it's more like welcoming, like it's because it feels like a sports event, so like it's cool. Obviously, it can be overwhelming with the amount of wrestling there is into it, but you don't have to watch it all if you don't want to. Again, obviously, it kind of varies on like how much wrestling you can take. This whole weekend has been so much wrestling, and I'm sure you can tell if you're watching this that I look genuinely sleep deprived, and it's because I am. I absolutely should not have stayed up like so night 2 of the G1 was at like 5:30 in the morning, and I ended up just like staying up through that, and then that same day there was AEW's Fight for the Fallen, and then there was another G1 show yesterday morning, and then there was Extreme Rules. There was also an Evolve show on Saturday, and now another G1 show here, and there's Raw tonight, SmackDown tomorrow, 205 Live tomorrow, Wednesday's NXT, and then Thursday morning is another G1 show. So lots of wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, it's a great time to be alive, but as a whole, it can be pretty overwhelming as to how much wrestling there is to take in. But again, I really can't like encourage more people to watch New Japan because like it's so good, and I really do hope that it catches on more. And again, G1 Climax is so goddamn good. So definitely, even if you're just watching like one match for each show, I'd say it's still worth it. And if I was gonna give you matches to watch just from nights 2, 3, and 4, it would definitely be night 2 Ishii versus Cobb, night 3 Tanahashi versus Kenta, and night 4 Tomohiro Ishii versus Jay White. Absolutely great matches from all 3 of those, so definitely check those out if you haven't. But as a whole, I think that's the end of the recap, and there's not much else to say. G1 Climax comes back on Thursday. It's either a 2 a.m. start time EST or a 5 a.m. EST, don't really know, but I'll be live tweeting it over on our Twitter again, so go follow us over there at Deep Six Wrestling. It'll be right below me and down in the description. Be sure to subscribe to us here on Deep Six Wrestling. We really appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like on this video, comment what your favorite match of the G1 Climax has been so far, and I will see you on Thursday for more G1 coverage, and also, oh Jesus Christ, and also for my weekly show, 5 matches to watch here. So, I'm just realizing that both of those are on Thursday, so it's going to be a fun time this week, and I really can't wait to get some sleep. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, but until then, peace.